Alright guys, we are back for game 2. I tried to split the game so it's not one big video that is unwatchable. And so I advanced to the game 2. So for those who didn't see the first one, just in case, we are in Shanghai, it's the semi-finals, and we are watching the masterclass that Omega Zero offered us with his Kaisa, playing against T. So you don't know this and we didn't see it, but we saw it in the finals. He knows that his opponent is going to take some unyielding spirit because he did some heavy damage with Ikatian Rain on the last turn. And we saw that during the finals because we saw the mulligan. He mulligans out both of his Ikatian Rain, so that the unyielding spirit have almost no value. And now he's just going to give away Progress Day. He puts Progress Day in, which is side deck card, really important here, and gets Darius, and I think that was a cleave, I'm not sure. I don't think we saw his mulligan, or maybe I missed it. If so, I'm sorry. So he'll just start with Clockwork. At this point, even if you can accelerate it, I recommend not to, because recycling a rune right now is just too heavy. And now we're going to see a really interesting play. Something that I personally would not have done, and I don't know if a lot of people would do. If that's an easy play for you, just let me know. Good for you. But he's got a Yodel in hand, you can see, and he's got 3 mana. So he could have used the Yodel and used all of his mana at best. And he doesn't have any Execrate to counter that. So it chooses deliberately to it's late, to use the Raven Bloom to use the Raven Bloom instead of the Yodel, because it gives more tempo, and right now it does not care about the draw. And see, it shows the Grove of the God Willow as an artwork, it's late, as a battlefield. And this is super interesting. It shows a holding battlefield on Kaisa, and this is to counter Aurora, and you will see the other one is also a holding battlefield. And now it doesn't go with the Raven Bloom because it will just be killed freely, and it values his units more than points. Now Kaisa will die to a charm through the Yi Legend. Okay, I forget about that. Don't mind me. Through the Yi Legend, that's why they showed it. Yeah, the Grove is a clearly normal battlefield for you because it's a holding deck, a holding battlefield. But Kaisa, you would not expect that. Kaisa is supposed to go back and forth. So now it just uses the Stupefy on Kiana, and the deflect can be paid with Kaisa Legend, which is ridiculously strong, and that also allows him to enable Darius. So now Kiana is at 3, Darius is at 7, and if he goes in, his opponent can discipline and or like if his opponent has 2 discipline, Kiana goes to 7 also, but he knows that's not a problem because he's got a cleave, which he is going to use right now, and now Vanguard is not enough, and if he has 2 of them, he can't play. And if his opponent uses a Defy right now, you're happy for 2 reasons. One, you still trade that's kind of okay. Your opponent does not hold. And that puts him back a lot in terms of rune. Right now, he doesn't want to use this, he wants to ramp. And this is why it chose not to do this. And see, now he's protecting his Darius from Master Yi that could have gone in. And instead of going for the 2 battlefield, again, he protects his unit from Master Yi. He knows his opponent has 7 runes. The best play, the biggest amount of might he can put it is Master Yi. Darius is protected. He goes up to 2, he draws, and he's in control of the game. Now the Yordle, to protect him from the Dead Bloom. But his opponent will have 7 runes, which means it could be Dead Bloom plus Vanguard. And if his opponent commits Dead Bloom plus Vanguard plus Felfolk, well, at least he's only getting 1 battlefield and he's killing the Dead Bloom. But I think he's got Falling Star, so you could Falling Star this, but I think he chose to get in another Darius to protect himself. I don't remember exactly. See how much he thinks. Asking for the number card, getting the probability down. So no, he uses Falling Star here. Which, yeah, you remove 6 might, the Felfolk is exposed to Falling Star. There's no mana to deny it. Oh yeah, no, is it another Raven Bloom? So yeah, now is like, I'm protected from the Dead Bloom, but I'm not protected from Dead Bloom plus Vanguard, if I remember correctly, because that's 5, 7, 9. And Raven Bloom plus Vanguard would be 10, so he's not protected. And now, again, he could prepare himself to conquer, to get the other battlefield. Get units in the base, but no, he goes up to 11, and now he's protected from Raven Bloom plus Vanguard. And this is that super control safe playstyle he uses that will give him, in the end, the win. No greedy plays, only plays that give him the control and the tempo of the game. And look at those, I think he's got 2 Dead Blooms. Which, of course, it's the most disgusting unit of the game, 1, and the hardest to deal with for Kai'Sa. Yet, now they can't do anything. So he's just going to use Yi and go for the other battlefield. And now he still can't use his Dead Bloom. He's going to optimize a bit his runes by using the P2 key. And I think at this point he already has an unyielding spirit in hand that he keeps for the Icatian Rain that is pressuring him. But he doesn't know that his opponent takes out the Icatian Rain. And he has 2 in his decks. So it's likely that he's drawing one of them at least. He's got 2 time warp, which is a bit like clunky to have. He only has 2 time warps in this deck, so it's really not likely. And right now you would like to have other cards. And he's not ahead in terms of point. He's still 1 behind. Still does not care. He could have gone for the other battlefield several times. Get ahead in point. But no. He's in control of the game, and this is all that matters. And now he's counting everything several times. Takes a lot of time. See, he's even going to ask cheat sheet to be sure that everything is accounted for. Takes a lot of time. I'm happy that I got it in 1.5 speed. Maybe could have skipped forward. And now, another Darius. And the Noxus up full. That's so much on the board. And now his opponent is at 10 runes. And if he uses Dead Bloom, On Guard, that's still not enough to retake the battlefield. And I don't know if it's Sabotage or Unyielding that we see right now in his end. But yeah, the Unyielding Spirit that is keeping for the Kincadian Rain are just dead cards right now. I think it's a Sabotage. So right now he just wants to trade with the Yodel because that would give him more room to deal with it. And instead he has to use Defy only for that small Stupefy, which would have done a lot of work. Because if I remember correctly, then goes with the Dead Bloom to remove so much might. Uses Zonia first to protect it. And this is where I think this is the play that is going to decide the game, because saving a Dead Bloom with a Zonia like that and still removing about 8 might is just so much damage. And he could remove Hopeful plus 2 Raven Bloom, which he is going to do. He could also have picked Darius plus 1 Raven Bloom because the Darius are such a big threat. Also, a Raven Bloom is probably not as strong in Kesa than as in a deck like Harry, per se. Chooses to pull back Key so that he can is protecting him and doing a lot of putting a lot of pressure on the next turn. Now a time warp is used. This time warp I think right now puts a lot of pressure, yet he's starting to run out of card. He will draw 2 because he's holding the battlefield, get up to 5 points. But right now there's a lot of dead draws, kind of. I don't think he has a Watcher, which makes a lot of difference. And I think his opponent has Sabotage. I don't remember if it's Sabotage or Unyielding. But if it's so, I still choose just to keep one rune every time just to have the pressure. Having this buff on Yi is also really important because it gets him out of the falling star range. And now the Kaisa player is starting to see that the game is not going really well. And he will pull back a Darius and not conquer the other battlefield. Yet he does not have a Watcher. And so maybe he could have sacked a Darius to get the battlefield. This is maybe the only play that I'm not sure I totally agree with, yet is so much better than me. So, and he still has all of his runes. Right now you can see that he has 9 runes. Imagine if he had 10. Also he would need 2 blue. That's something really weird about this deck list also. He runs 7 red when he has time warp. And already Kaisa had to neglect the cost of those spells. Now he's using the Void Seeker. And he wants to remove the E. I think he's going to use the X-ray. So you see, that's the thing. It would be a 6 point. Alright. He could remove the Yi. And now there's a discipline, so the Yi is still at 2 might right now. And it does not have any other choice than to use the smoke screen, which gets him totally out of the time warp range for so long. He knows he won't be able to have it, but he's committing so much. And yeah, committing so much, he could maybe have gone with Darius. So now he is dead, there's no way to save him. This opponent is counting for other possibilities for the future, basically, for the next plays. Or maybe he has a Defy? No, it is, and yielding was not sabotage. Not sure, I wish we had a better view of hands. And the fact that it takes time is also to bait his opponent into thinking, oh, maybe I have something. And I think it's there that we're going something quite funny. It's like, I'm still drawing. And look, they're removing both of their cards, which makes sense, but they're like, oh no, wait, X-Tech Ray is the action. Discipline is the reaction, so first let him discard discipline, draw, and then you can remove your X-ray. And it does not change anything, but it's still funny, I think. And now the Dead Bloom gets a buff. Gets on battlefield. So right now, if he had played Darius, he would be at 6. The Bloom would have removed Darius, most likely. I don't think he had any rune left. Give me a second, I want to check that. He still had some, and wait, what card did he have in hand? Isn't that another? I think that's another Restec Ray. By discarding even more runes, like a lot, he could have prevented the Dead Bloom from conquering. Oh no, because he would have just been defied then. No. No, he didn't have the... Yes, he had the Defile. No, his opponent still had Rune, so that was a bad play. Sorry. Now he's thinking and he's starting to see that the game is slipping away. And now imagine that if he goes with 2 Darius, if they're not buffed, that's 11 might for the Raven Bloom. Without any buff, it can go up to 13 might if he has Engard or Discipline. So that's so much damage. He has the availability to enable Seinen and to accelerate. He has 9 runes. And see, because he had to play all of these cards, he is still out of Time Warp. And now he just wants to protect himself from any move from his opponent. And now he knows he's ahead in terms of point and is getting close to the 8th point. But that's kind of desperate move, if you see what I mean. Is desperate good in English? I'm gonna go with yes. His opponent has Dead Bloom and has Engard 1, 2. And I think that's going to seal the deal here. He knows he can retake the battlefield. He knows the Kaisa will not be able to conquer both battlefields. The Kaisa here, it's not to control, it's just because he knows there's no other choice. It's the best play. It plays, it's like playing around your outs, but he knows his opponent can retake if he has the cards for it. The thing is, 2 Dead Bloom is so hard to deal with. He was playing second, so now goes up to 10, goes up to 12. Good luck with that. He will be able to remove 1 Seinen plus and now Unextech Ray. And now his opponent will use Unyielding Spirit, which I think is a mistake. He should have used Defy, and here's why. Because now he could have removed the 2 units with Icathian Rain. Oh yeah, but he has Zonia anyway. So yeah, no, it's over. And the mech would have been so strong. It's a really good card in the matchup because it costs only 7. Its cost is far from the one from the Dead Bloom, and yes, it trades in terms of might. Now that's a despair Time Warp because he knows it's kind of over. He needs cards. He'll have one. He's just searching solution, but he knows it's over already. And that's why this best of 3 was so intense, is because both opponents were playing out of their mind. The final was good too, but he had so much control over it and it's just destroyed the other mastery. And now he sees and it's like, GG, I don't have anything. And it's over.